One of the best things about having an iPhone in your pocket is that it means you have an incredible camera in your pocket, and it never runs out of film. Hi, my name is Rich, and I make easy to follow videos on how to use your iPhone and iPad, without going nuts. Today, I've got a handful of tips about the camera. And I know what some of you are thinking, Rich, I already know how to take a photo. But here's the thing. Most people are only using about half of what the iPhone camera can actually do. And once you know these tips, my guess is your photos are going to look noticeably better. By the end of this video, you're going to feel a lot more confident every time you pull the iPhone out of your pocket and take a picture. Before we get started, I'm using the base iPhone 17 and it's running iOS 26. But even if you have a different iPhone or different operating system, my guess is nearly all of these tips should work for you. All right, tip number one, and this one alone might change how you use your phone every day. Have you ever started to take a photo of something, a beautiful sunset, your grandson doing something cute, and by the time you found the camera app and opened it, the moment was gone? Yeah, well, we've all been there. So here's the fix. You do not need to unlock your phone and go hunting for the camera app. There's a shortcut built right into your iPhone. All you have to do is swipe left on your lock screen. That's it. One swipe and the camera opens instantly, even before you type your passcode. Apple put that there specifically so you never miss a moment. Now, if your phone is already unlocked, you can also swipe down from the top right corner of the screen to open Control Center. And there's a camera button right there too. If you don't see it, you can always add it by tapping Add Control and then search for the camera app, type that in, and then tap on it and you're good to go. Of course, if you have a camera control button like I do on my iPhone 17, you can just click it like a camera shutter to open the camera and then click it again to take a photo. That's probably the easiest way to do it if you have that. 3 ways to get there fast. Practice that swipe this week and it'll become second nature. Okay, tip number 2, and this one's going to make your photos look so much sharper. A lot of people just open the camera and hit the shutter button right away, and sometimes that works fine, but the iPhone doesn't always know what you want to photograph. It makes its best guess, and sometimes its guess is wrong. Here's what to do instead. Before you take the photo, tap on the thing you actually want to be in focus. See that little yellow square that pops up? That means the iPhone has locked its focus right there. Now your subject is going to be sharp and clear, and the background might even blur out a little, which, makes your photos look really professional. And here's a bonus trick. Once you do tap to focus, you'll see a little sun icon appear next to the yellow square right there. If you slide that sun up or down with your finger, you can make the photo brighter or darker before you shoot. So, tap your subject, adjust the brightness, and then take the photo. It sounds like a lot more steps, but once you do it a few times, it only takes a second. And your photos will look dramatically better. Hey, if you're finding this helpful, please consider subscribing. It really does help this channel reach more people who could use a little iPhone help in their life. And besides, subscribing to my channel is free. Now, tip number 3, and this is the one that makes people say, wow, did you take that with your phone? On most iPhones, there is a mode called Portrait Mode. What it does is keep your subject, a person, a pet, a flower, beautifully sharp and in focus, while it softly blurs out the background. It's the effect you see in professional photos, and your iPhone can do it automatically. To get there, open your camera and look at the row of words along the bottom. Photo, video, portrait. Slide over to portrait. Now, point the camera at a person, or in this case, I'm going to use my HomePod Mini, and watch what happens. The background goes soft and dreamy while the speaker stays perfectly clear. The iPhone will even tell you if you need to move closer or farther away to get the best result. Then just tap to focus if you need to and take the shot. Let me just say this. Portrait mode looks best with people and pets at a distance of about 2 to 5 feet. It's not ideal for landscapes or wide scenes, But for photos of your grandchildren, your family at dinner, your dog in the backyard, it is absolutely brilliant. Be sure to give that a try. Pretty simple. Tip 4, and this one is quick but really important. When you want to get closer to something, the instinct for most people is to pinch and zoom on the screen with 2 fingers. And yes, that works. But if you zoom in that way too far, your photos start to look grainy and blurry. Just the quality goes down. So here's what to do instead. Look for the small numbers at the bottom of your camera screen. You'll see 0.5, 1x, 2x, and depending on your iPhone model, maybe even 3x or 5x. These are your optical zoom buttons, and just tap them. When you use those buttons, the iPhone uses its actual camera lenses to zoom, not just, digital trickery. That means the photos stay sharp and clear even when you're zoomed in. So the rule is, use the zoom buttons, not the pinch gesture. Your zoomed in photos will really, truly look so much better. Tip number 5, this is a quick setting change that makes a big difference in how your photos are composed. My wife really needs to follow this tip. Have you ever taken a photo and when you look at it later, the horizon is, slightly crooked, or the subject is right in the corner when you didn't mean it to be? The grid can help with both of those things. The grid puts a simple tic-tac-toe pattern over your camera screen. 3 rows, 3 columns. It's just a guide. It doesn't appear in your actual photo. To turn it on, go to your Settings app, then scroll down to Camera, and then tap Grid to turn it on. Now, when you take a photo, you can make sure the horizon sits along one of those lines rather than going diagonally across the screen. And for portraits, placing your subject at one of the intersecting points rather than dead center actually creates a more pleasing, natural-looking photo. Photographers call it the rule of thirds, but all you need to know is use the grid lines as a guide, and your photos will look more balanced. And our 6th tip, the camera modes. This one trips a lot of people up. When you open the camera app, you're always in photo mode by default, and that's good. But there is a whole row of other modes along the bottom of the screen, and let me walk you through the main ones. Of course, photos is your everyday mode for still images. That's where you'll be most of the time. Video switches the camera to record moving video. Instead of the white shutter button, you'll see a red record button. Tap it once to start and then tap it again to stop. You'll see slow-mo right here. Slow-mo records video that plays back at a much slower speed. This is brilliant for capturing a grandchild blowing out birthday candles or a dog catching a ball or anything where action happens fast and you want to sort of savor every second of it. I don't want to get into too many tips, but there's also time-lapse, cinematic, spatial, and panoramic modes. I'll cover those in some other video. I don't want this to get too complicated. But all you have to do is swipe left or right along the row to switch between modes. And remember, if you've switched to video and you want to take a still photo, just swipe back to photos first. It's pretty easy. And that's it. 6 tips that'll genuinely change the way you use your iPhone camera. So let's just do a quick recap. 1, swipe left on your lock screen to open the camera instantly. 2, tap your subject to focus before you shoot. 3, use portrait mode for stunning photos of people and pets. 4, use zoom buttons, not the pinch gesture. 5, turn on the grid to keep your photos straight and balanced. And 6, explore the modes. Video, slow-mo, they're all right there, just a finger swipe away. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.